to Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will kick it away first. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Penn State's offense takes the field. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Paul.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there, but you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Now they'll try the right side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more, because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to run for it. Turns it on in midfield. Got a lot of running room. Inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Penn State!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time today. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David.
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes away.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Quarterback on the keeper. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
Dropping back, it's Allard. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. This defense giving up ground. He's finally knocked down at the 26.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. He'll ride his man on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
Running back goes in motion. Nice move to stay on his feet. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick setting up fourth down.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse. And the ball is picked off. Made the play on the hook, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off in the 20 seconds.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Red pass, it's complete. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Allard. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This defense is in for a long day because they're not going to have to only play with great awareness and eye discipline. They're going to have to be willing to run sideline to sideline and have to try to shut down receivers like that on jet sweeps.
Now on first down from the 30. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Going for the big play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver.
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The lone back's got it. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Warren. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
If you're going to give a quarterback who's that good that much time to throw the football, you're not going to win this game. Defense is going to have to do something different. That was way too much time for that dude to pick apart the defense on that throw. Defense is going to have to start dialing up some pressure here and make life on this guy hard.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And now on 2nd down for this offense. To throw, it's Allard. He's got the tight end. Pushed down for the tackle.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50 burn. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. from the gun. He makes a grab. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Try to barge their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Trying to run it in. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the defense doing work.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner goes down. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Quick completion to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
It's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that something.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the air, it's Howard. Coming after it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The give to the tailback. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Off play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The Buckeyes are in the red zone. The run to the right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. On the option, it's Howard. And he's dragged down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They take the lead with the 6. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Might as well stick with him. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Allard. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. It'll be a draw. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pulls it in. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw, it's Allard. Gets it out quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage, man. You want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Not able to get it in, but there's not much downside in trying to punch it in on 4th down.
Now, I agree. This close to the goal line, fourth down, fourth quarter. This is a big moment right here. You be aggressive. You find that play that you really believe in. Try to go for it. Try to put some points on the board.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Penn State. They move on top here in the fourth. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Scott. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Henderson. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield, just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
He wants it all. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
They took a shot into the end zone, trying to come away with a touchdown. Nice play by the defense. You're expecting them here to kick a field goal. I know there's time left in the game, but just tie this thing up and let your defense go to work.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, that's one the kicker would love to have back. Trailing by 3 here in the 4th quarter, just didn't hit it as flush as he would have liked.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.